What's up, everybody? Steuben here. It's time for a deck profile. I have yet to do any Pokemon deck profiles, so just bear with me. This is a work in progress. It's a great day today. I went garage sailing, found some awesome retro games for dirt cheap, so I'm in a good mood. Weather's nice, windows open. If you hear any noise, just deal with it. So we're gonna profile the Serperior deck. Um, I love this. I proxied this out before I got all the cards and played with it before the release, and it's really fun. This is my little take on it. It's not too different than what other ones are so far, so I'll just rip through it. We got Force Snivy. He's just kind of a vanilla. I've never really done anything with him yet. The real star, honestly, is Servine, that guy right there. His ability, Serpentine Strangle, when you evolve into him, you flip a coin. If heads, they're active as Paralyzed. Paralyzed is one of the best status conditions. I love it. Alright, and then 3 Serperior. He attacks for 1 energy with Coil. He does 40, and then the next turn, both his attacks do 60. And then Slashing Strike you can't use during the next turn, but it does 80. But if you coiled before, you're going to hit for 140. Really powerful, 1 energy. Fire is going to maybe make an appearance in the metagame currently. A lot of people playing Flareon locally here, and there's a few people that want to play Delphox, myself included, so the fire weakness might be a problem. Moving along, support, we've got a 2/2 Spinarak Ariados line for Poisonous Nest. I've seen people use Fortress, and it's okay because it spreads the damage on everything. I like hitting this on there. This just seems better to do because it's easier to search for it. There's more combos. You can actually attack with it if you absolutely have to, which I have yet to do, but I've attacked with Spinarak before and it's been alright. And then to round out the Pokemon, we got 2 Shaymin-EX just for setup. You really want to draw your cards. This deck's kind of fast, even though it's a stage 2 line, because there are 4 Forest of Giant Plants. You can evolve the same turn and during your first turn that you play a grass Pokemon. So you can go into Servine turn 1 and Paralyze. You can go into Ariados turn 1 and poison them and just start doing things, even if you go first. Now for supporters, for Professor Sycamore, you kind of have to still play it. It's standard. There's no really amazing supporters to get into what you need here. 2N, N's back in the format. Because you're a stage 2 deck, you're going to be a little bit slower, so you're going to want to play N, shuffle your hand back in, put key cards that you don't want to lose back into the deck, and keep rolling that way. 1 AZ, because of the Shaman and the Forest of Giant Plants, you can have a damaged Serperior, pick them back up with AZ, re-evolve into it, and start swinging again. You can pick up Shaman and continue to set up again. Teammates, your Pokemon are all pretty low HP. I mean, Serperior's clocked in at 140, but it's still easy to get that hit with a one-shot if you're not paralyzing them every turn, and teammates can really be very clutch for whatever you need. Lysander, just a standard staple. You really have to play him in every deck to get around like Wobbuffet or certain other cards. And Hex Maniac, abilities are a big thing. I really just like Hex Maniac. Alright, for items, 4 versus Seeker for consistency. You could cut this to 3 in favor of another supporter like Zerosic. That could be cool. Maybe even like Misty's Determination, honestly. But having the 4 of these is very clutch. 4 Trainer's Mail, just for speed. Get you in there and get out, get what you need. 4 Ultra Ball, because you're playing Shaman, so you can dump whatever you don't want. Grab Shaman, continue to set up, search for Serperior. Just 2 Level Ball. I don't really think it's needed in more than 2. Just there because you can grab whatever piece you don't need for your stage 1s or even a basic other than Shaman. 4 Super Scoop Up. I hate coin flips, but to be able to pick your Pokemon up and reuse them again just for the abilities for healing, for recovery. I mean, your main attacker has a 1 energy cost, so your maintenance is pretty low on getting that rolling. It's pretty quick to set up. These 2 cards are pretty clutch in here. 1 Super Rod. I play a low amount of energy, so Super Rod will put back Pokemon back in. and energy if needed, late game or early if you have to burn it with something and get rid of it. It's whatever. And Revitalizer. Pick up 2 grass Pokemon from your discard, put them in your hand. That could be very clutch when you need it. Pick up a Serperior, a Servine, Ariados, whatever. To round out the items and all the trainers, 2 Muscle Band. That extra damage can be pretty nice if you're hitting for a 140 with him, and then the 20 more, that makes 160, and you have the poison, that's 170. It's enough to knock out. If you get him paralyzed, you're probably going to be taking things down in maybe 1 or 2 shots if you're already set up. And then 7 grass energy, low count, but you have your attacker takes 1 energy, so it's not too hard to get things back in and recycle it. With a super rod, you really don't need that many. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I could cut another one of these in favor of another super rod or another revitalizer just to keep my Pokemon going. I have problems late game with this deck. If the game drags on for more than about 10 turns, you start to see problems. So give me feedback. Let me know what you think. Give it a shot. Test it. It's a cheap deck other than the Shaman. You don't have to have full art. You don't have to have reverse foils. You can get all of this stuff other than Versus Seeker and Shaman dirt cheap, and you can play it. I'm sure you already have most of this, and if you crack a box, you're probably going to get a whole Serperior line. I got most of it from the pre-release, so it's very fun, very quick, and it could be a competitive deck. You've got a great matchup against Garchomp. You've got a good matchup against Greninja. And if Zygarde gets as big as everyone's hyping him up to be, he's grass. Zygarde's weakness is grass. Taking him down in one shot. You put a Muscle Band on him, you Slashing Strike, you're going to hit for 200. He's done. So, with that in mind, we'll have more deck profiles soon. Let me know what you want to see. I have some expanded stuff, not too much, but I can build a few things. For standard, I've got Greninja Break, I've got Gardevoir, I've got Lightning, like Raikou, Manectric, all that kind of crap. So let me know what you want to see, and I will cater to what you guys want with deck profiles. A lot of channels use the game online to do deck profiles because they don't have the cards. I have the cards. I'm not afraid to sit in front of the camera and maybe fuck up or maybe make my deck wrong or whatever. But stick around, subscribe, share the video, play my list. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Take it easy, everybody.